What is going on, guys? Samson here. I'm bringing you some Ghost Recon Future Soldier quick tips. Today we're going to be discussing how to use cover effectively and how to navigate the map safely and efficiently. Now, Ghost Recon Future Soldier is a tactical shooter, so with that in mind, you can't go rushing around the map and expect to be safe. If you're blindly sprinting towards objectives, ignoring the beautiful cover system that Ubisoft has built into this game, then chances of you actually making it to that objective are pretty slim. Instead, you're probably going to be getting gunned down by enemies concealed behind cover, or even worse, getting a taser in the back and having your data hacked, and there is nothing worse than that. Now, in order to navigate the map safely, the first thing you're going to need is patience. Take your time when moving around the map, learn to move from cover to cover, taking the time to watch for enemy movement, and if you're an engineer, then toss a sensor grenade to ensure the way is safe. The only time you should be sprinting is during your opening route at the beginning of the match, otherwise you should be taking advantage of the cover system and moving from cover to cover. While dashing from cover to cover, you not only move faster, but your character also has a lower profile, making you a much harder target to hit. Some things to keep in mind while dashing cover to cover is the distance between cover. You never want to dash past pieces of cover. There just might be an enemy patiently waiting for you to dash by so they can shoot you in the back and get an easy kill. So learn to dash to nearby cover, always watching for signs of the enemy. Another thing to keep in mind is dashing to cover that doesn't protect your sides. Sometimes what seems like a safe place is actually wide open to alternate side routes, so get to know the maps and keep that in mind while moving around. Overall, moving from cover to cover will not only allow you to navigate the map quickly, but safely as well. Now, another important skill is going to be learning to use the shoulder switch. This is going to adjust the camera to the opposite shoulder while aiming down the sights, helping you check all angles while navigating corners. This can be switched by clicking the right analog stick on your controller. Now, speaking of corners, learn to give them a little respect as they can be your biggest enemy. Take your time when going around them and be sure to check all angles for any enemies that may be waiting. Also, when using a corner for cover or when waiting for an enemy to pass by, it is unwise to stand right at the edge. By standing at the edge of a corner, you are giving the enemy more lines of sight on your position, making you easier to spot and, even worse, easier to kill. Instead, a smart tactic is to stand a few steps back from the edge. This is going to give you the advantage on any enemy rounding the corner, as it takes away all their angles and forces them into your line of sight, making for what should be an easy kill. Another useful tip is to take advantage of the waypoint tool. This can be accessed by holding the right shoulder button on your controller. This handy feature will allow you to set a waypoint to objectives or teammates, giving you a direct path to whatever you choose. Just keep in mind that sometimes the most direct route is not the safest route, so if the enemy seems to have an area locked down, take an alternate route and the waypoint will adjust accordingly. Now let's talk about using cover effectively. We all know how important cover is. Without it, you're dead. It's pretty simple. Yet what most people don't do is use cover effectively. Now, locking yourself into cover is simple enough, but what you do while locked into that cover can mean life or death. The whole point of cover is to give yourself some protection from incoming enemy fire and to keep your position hidden from the enemy. This means keeping your head down. The number one mistake most new players make is poking their head over or to the side of their cover. When you poke your head out from cover, you not only give away your position, but you also give the enemy a chance to put a bullet in your face, and that is what we're trying to avoid. So instead of poking your head out, learn to use the camera to check your surroundings for enemy presence. Using the right analog stick to adjust the camera will give you a nice view of the battlefield, as well as keeping you concealed, giving you the jump on unsuspecting enemies trying to make their way towards the objective. Now, the only acceptable time to poke your head out from cover is when you're taking your shot. But you can't be taking the time to aim once you poke your head out. That's just asking to be shot at. A good tactic to begin practicing is lining up your shot from behind cover. Use the right analog stick to aim your reticle in the general direction of the enemy. Doing this will allow you to set up your shot while maintaining your cover. When the enemy pokes his head out or makes a dash for new cover, you can quickly pull the left trigger to aim down the shoulder or click the right stick to scope in. Quickly poke your head out of cover, take your shot, get the kill, then get yourself back into cover. If you master this technique, I'm sure you'll have no problems getting those massive kill streaks and putting a hurting on the enemy. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to click the like button. If you have a tip that you would like me to cover in an upcoming episode, then be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or log into FPSGeneral.com, go into the Ghost Recon Future Soldier subforums, let me know there. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to FPS General, as this is the place to be for everything shooters. I will talk to you guys again very soon. Later, guys.